Somebody's
From the Autoglass America studios, it's the Mike Calta After Show. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Never holds back, and he speaks his mind. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Happy Hot Topic!
One more time.
Good morning. This is Hoppe Hour, filling in for the Mike Calta After Show. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. As you can hear right now, the phone lines are wide open. Call me. Let's talk. 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. And you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Time is short, but I am not. So we're going to get right into celebrity news. And as discussed in News with Galvin in the 7 a.m. hour, which is every day News with Galvin in the 7 a.m. hour, they talked about MGK and Megan Fox getting engaged. Well, here's some more info about it from Entertainment Tonight. It shows them making out while drinking each other's blood, which, first of all, while this plays, I don't believe any of this. I believe that they are the most vanilla, boring couple of all time. I predict that they lay there and they do their missionary and they do everything and they're done. I believe this is all an act. This is all publicity. It goes two ways. It either could be they're ultra freaky and they do everything, or they're very vanilla. And honestly, vanilla is very underrated. Everybody's like, hey, do you spice this up? Do you do this? Like, just when you're talking with your friends about sex, and it's like, I don't know, call me traditional, but plain sex is cool.
If you couldn't tell, Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly are engaged.
Is the most talented boy in the world.
The couple shared the happy news on Instagram, Megan posting this montage of the big moment.
Nothing says genuine like having a lot of cameras around. And you're probably saying, Ryan, why would you say that? Because I had a few cameras around when I proposed a few years ago. And let's just say that there might be a God, because that relationship did not work out. Every year, I see that on my time hop, and I go, oh, man. So it's showing them just kissing, which is great. All right, let's go to the phones. Hi, you're on.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Oh, my God. I know I've made it. I don't want to say in bone royalty because it sounds really douchey, but I'm trying to make myself into a major market name, so I will go with it. I know I have made it on the Mike Calta After Show when Fritz is on. If you get a call from Fritz, some people might like Fritz, some people don't like Fritz. I don't know who does and who doesn't, but to me, he represents Bone Fam. He represents the hardworking average Joe that are just trying to make it. So Fritz, welcome to Hoppe Hour, sitting in on the Mike Calta After Show. How are you doing, my friend?
Check you out, bro. I'm so proud of you. achieved a dream.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But here's what I want to ask you. I don't need the ass kissing because I don't want people. There was like a radio guy in the Midwest that would have the phone screener go, "Love you, love the show," or they would have them say that on air when they would go to the phones. They're like, "Make sure you tell this show host that it's love you, love the show." I don't want that because I've had you on before. You've complimented me. I get very gracious messages from you on Facebook. Fritz, let's be real here because the audience wants to hear real raw radio. I know I'm great. I know I'm uber talented. That's why I'm here right now. But what could I improve for the radio waves? Because everybody can say, oh, Ryan's great. He's improved since he moved here, blah, 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 da, da, da. Fritz, what can I improve in my radio game as somebody who's a listener?
Well, it's like when you learn how to play guitar, right? It's like the more you do it, the better you get. I mean, it's just a natural progression, you know what I'm saying? Get more and more, you know, into it, and I mean, I don't know, you know, I mean, nobody ever achieves true perfection until the day they're on their deathbed. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's been on my mind lately. I'm like, the internet's going to live on, and this is me and my ginormous ego that I think once I'm gone, everyone's going to be like, oh my God, let's look up Ryan Hoppe. But if there is a day, well, there's going to be a day, but if it's soon, like let's say in the 30s or 40s, I want my internet presence to be that of great content. So that's what I shoot for every day, so that if I die at 80 and my grandkids are like, what did Ryan Hoppe do 70 years ago? That it's not just me accidentally punching Calvin in the face back during the premiere week of Bone TV 6 years ago.
I remember that too, man. Jesus.
And now that I'm working next to Galvin tomorrow, I believe, I shouldn't be saying that with such certainty, but since I'm working with them a good amount, that's how you say it, I probably shouldn't bring that up because then he might get mad again about that.
Yeah, look, I call all the shows, but I never call, the Calta show because Galvin intimidates me.
Galvin's a really good dude. Like, that's all I'm going to say, but he is one of my favorite dudes in radio. There's a lot of people in radio, not here in this building, but there's a lot of people in radio that will say one thing and they go on air and they bash you and then they don't say a word during the commercial break and they hide behind their microphone and they hide behind their social. But what is so great about Galvin is you always know where you are with him. Heck, that's the whole Calta show. I always know where I am with every single one of them. So I feel safe in a weird way. Because, like, there's nothing worse, Fritz, and I don't know if you've had this, where you think you know somebody, and then you hear a lot of things they said behind your back, and you're, like, almost creeped out. You're like, oh, I thought I could trust this person. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, that, back in the day, that would be the one thing that would make me beat somebody up if I heard they were talking stuff about me behind my back.
Yeah.
You know? But, Galvin sounds like a really great dude, and I think it's very fascinating that he used to listen to the very first Aerosmith album with headphones on, because I've been a big Aerosmith fan my whole life, right? And, I'd like to call in and, talk more about that, but like I said, there's so many people on the Calta show that, I don't know, and, Spanish was talking about getting a revolver, and,
Fritz, how much, so you called around the 7 a.m. hour, and you sounded like you've had a few drinks. At that time, had you had a few drinks, and if you weren't drinking at that time, since then, in the last 3 hours, have you began drinking today?
No, I just woke up from my old man nap.
Old man nap, it was 7 a.m. Isn't that called sleeping?
Yeah, well, I am sleeping.
I'm sorry, man. Well, Fritz, I'm going to move on because I have other calls on the board, but I sincerely thank you for the support. It means a lot. I can have people say that my show is great, or that my show sucks and they work in radio. But when I hear from the average Joe, because the average Joe, and to be politically correct, the average Jane, whatever you identify as, you are hardworking, you have us on in your car, you have us on in your app, you have us on in your computer, and that's what makes The Bone amazing, is the way it communicates with the listeners in their local area, and you represent the everyday person that listens. So thank you, my man. Thank you, sir. All right, thank you. Hi, you're on the air.
Hey, Hoppy, great job as always.
What's happening?
Voice? Good to hear your voice on here.
Is this Carol?
It is, yes.
How's it going?
But that's good. I'm hoping John Brennan does, let you do the board full-time Monday through Friday. I think that would be great. Just, ask people afterwards, to discuss, the whole program of the whole day and see what their opinions are.
Thank you. Any critiques? Because once again, I don't want to have this be a Hoppy love fest. There's definitely things you need to improve on. You can always improve your game. If you're Kobe, well, not Kobe because he passed away, but if you're, let's say Kevin Durant, you can always improve your basketball jump shot. So what could I improve radio-wise, being Carol, a listener that listens to all the shows, that knows The Bone?
Okay, all right. Well, instead of replaying like the whole morning news or whatever it is, because that gets kind of boring hearing it 5 times a day, because all I do is drive around in my car and work. I would, definitely critique what went on in this show for the day.
That's pretty good.
How do people feel? It was like, whatever was said for the day, it's like, go back and any of the highlights and things like that. Like, go with that. And, if there was anything that made Galvin pissed off or Carmen pissed off, it's like, run with that. We'll be calling you all the time.
Well, Carol, thank you for listening, and I'm going to get to this other call before I go to a break. Sounds good? Thank you. All right, I have to go. Hi, you're on the air.
Hey, Ryan, what's up, dude?
Hey, do you have it on Bluetooth or speaker or underwater?
Let me try this. Give me 2 seconds and...
You're good, my friend. You're good.
How about that?
Oh, it sounds perfect. What's happening?
Hey, man, you're killing it, dude. You're killing it, dude. I can only give you one piece of advice.
What's happening?
Show up every day at 10 a.m. to do that hour.
Whenever they need me, I sincerely...
The people want.
Well, I'm not... All right. Thank you. Okay, we're going to go to a break. We're going to get this show kind of on the right track, because here's the thing. I am completely cool with compliments. Growing up, I was made fun of horrendously, and I'll do a lot of meditation and a lot of hypnosis with this guy, Michael Seeley, and he has meditation for anything, weight loss, whatever. You can believe in it, you cannot believe in it, I don't care, but for me, it helps. And a lot of times when it's like, think about your inner child or think about what began your passion in these meditation tapes, the problem is I begin thinking about memories from growing up. I was made fun of a lot growing up. A lot of times I brought it upon myself, but it happened either way. So I appreciate the love. But if we're going to compliment Ryan Hoppe, which you don't necessarily need to do to get on air, let's not bring down the other programming on The Bone, because The Bone is kicking ass in the ratings. Like, it is unbelievable that I work with the best talents in this town, and I'm not just saying that. So I don't want to have it be like, oh, Hoppe was taking calls, complimenting him, but they were insulting other shows. All the other shows are magnificent, and that's why they do well in the ratings, and I'm just happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.